Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Red Valkyrie Presents. I am Shae the Red, and I am here with my awesome co-host, Alex, aka CY.borg Valkyrie. How are you doing, Alex?
I am doing awesome, and that is an amazing cosplay, and that was one of the most exciting pre-streams that I've ever seen. And if we get Shae to turn around or stand up, you'll know why I say it's exciting.
Stop! You're terrible. Totally outing my outfit. Leave me alone.
Let's just say that there are straps that you cannot see, and it is amazing.
I hate you. And we're here with Jerry. How are you doing, Jerry?
I am good. Good. I appreciate you guys having me.
Of course. I mean, we got to, like, A, you're on Writing Pros. We got to bring you on when you have your book. And B, this actually looks so badass. Like, I was looking at the campaign page and the artwork and everything that you're kind of showing, and it really has... It reminds me a lot of that kind of Samurai Jack as far as like the art style goes. But then if you took Samurai Jack and made it like psychedelic colors, so it's really vibrant and striking, and I'm super excited about it. Not that you could tell because I'm, in all black, but I swear there's bright colors in here. There's a reason that my background is hot pink.
Well, there's it definitely pops, and every page was it just pops just like that off every page. Carlos Trigo did an amazing job. He did the art and the colors.
Yeah, the colors are really, really awesome. And I gotta say, y'all, I'm really upset with how low this is. That is abysmally low. I understand he just launched, but hot damn. Like, it's worth it, I promise. It's so much better than a lot of these other projects that are out there that are funded, that are just not... No, like, this needs to be higher.
Yeah, I'm ready to leave that number by some amount, that $295. I'm ready to just get past that little...
Yeah, and it'd be nice to start seeing, like, 4 digits, and then, 5 digits. Like, that'd be great. I would love to see this.
Some movement, definitely.
So before we get into your pitch, should we play your video? Do you want to play your video?
Sure.
Okay, nothing copyrighted, right?
No copyrighted. I bought everything.
All right, let's go. Hold up. I think I muted YouTube altogether.
How dare you?
I know, right?
It never happens.
Ready, play.
The Council of Binds has grown arrogant. The power and wisdom of the Tooth the Danann has gone unchallenged for millennia. Peace has lured them into a deep sea of complacency, but it's always there, lurking, waiting, just outside the light, building, growing, anticipating. Evil never gives up. The lust for power, it will return. And when it does, it will have to go through me. I am Bind Kiran. The spirit of Eru lives within me. I watched Balor fall to the hand of Lu as my world was destroyed. I fight for the Council of Binds. I fight for the Tooth the Danann. I fight for what remains my world. I fight for my people. But most of all, I fight for revenge.
That, I gotta say, that is a very well done trailer.
Thank you.
I really like that. Gosh. Okay. All right. Tell us what Evermatter is. Let's hear your take.
Okay, so a young girl comes in possession of the most valuable substance in the universe, which is Evermatter. And that substance, that Evermatter, what it is, it's the first matter that ever existed. It was the first matter to come into existence. And if you bind your life force to that crystal, those crystals, then you live forever. And you also gain a power. That power is random. It could be something really powerful, or it could just be some unique little trick. But but the Tooth de Danann are a group of a pantheon of Celtic gods that have ruled the universe in peace for the last few thousand years, and things are starting to change in the universe, and that may come to an end.
Damn. So that's what this green gem that we keep seeing is, right? Is Evermatter.
That's exactly right. That's Evermatter.
Nice.
And so there's people willing to kill for it because you live forever. It gives you a power, and if you can get more than one of those gems, then it would make you the ultimate being in the universe. If you had 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So I might get the power of Twinkies, or if I got screwed out of a good power, I'd keep collecting more. Okay.
Yeah. You might get a power like Kira has, to warp to wherever she sees or wherever she's been before.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That'd be a helpful power to have.
Yeah, exactly. I think her passport is all stamped up, because I'd want to go to everywhere, so I could go anywhere whenever I wanted to. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so who's this large gentleman?
Okay. This is a bind. Okay, so in Evermatter, because you bind your life force to these crystals, the people who have bound their life force to one of these crystals are called binds. And those binds form a council. They each represent a world. Each of them are from a different world, a different place in the galaxy. So Bind Corum represents a world, but he answers to the Tooth de Danann, which is the pantheon of gods. And then Bind Kira is a bind, so she would be Bind Kira. So we have Bind Corum, and we have Bind Kira. Now, Bind Kira, of course, like you heard in the trailer, she's lost everything. She doesn't have a world because her world was destroyed between the Battle of Lu and Baelor. So she's pretty angry about. There's some whispers in the Outer Rim that the Fomorians have returned. The Fomorians in this pantheon of gods are the bad guys. It's just like any other mythology. The gods are always warring against each other, and they got the Tooth de Danann, they have the Fomorians. But she's hearing whispers that the Fomorians are coming back. That there's been some spottings, and she wants to take revenge on those Fomorians for the loss of her world, loss of her people, her heritage, and everything that she loved was destroyed. So she's been through it.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I love how this little scene right here just reminds me so much of the cantina in Star Wars. Just like you just see like people from all walks of life and all different kinds of everything, and just kind of chilling back, and I love it. All right, so you have a few stretch goals. Let's talk a bit about those.
Okay.
So at 6,000, everyone's getting an 11x17 print by Carlos Trigo, who's your artist.
Yeah, he's the original artist on the campaign, and if we hit 6,000, which is $1,000 over goal, you'll get a full color print of Kira, which is the redhead that we saw in the picture.
All right, and then 7,500, we get a bonus for your artist, which is awesome.
Yep.
8,000, there's a villain trading card.
That's correct.
And then, you have question marks for who it's by.
And I have question mark by who it's by because I was talking to someone about doing it, but something happened and they're on hiatus right now, and I really want that person to do it. So if they can't do it though, I'll obviously find someone else. I didn't want to make any promises without a definite answer. So
good man. We don't promise things from artists we don't have yet.
We don't promise things that we can't deliver.
Exactly. This is why we like.
Not a hard concept, but
it's an easy
some
concept.
People have a hard time with it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I really want that artist. So if everything works out, it'll be great.
That's awesome. Okay, so 10,500. We're getting 4 trading cards. So is that hopefully going to be by the same artist?
Yes. Yes, hopefully.
The same
As soon as I get it.
unnamed.
The
They
same
who shall not be
unnamed,
named.
the unnamed, the unnamed hero.
Voldemort is doing 4 cards for you.
It's hilarious. It's so
It's a side.
secretive.
Voldemort has a side gig. It's drawing trading cards.
Probably didn't
Well,
know
I mean,
that.
he
He's
has-
really quiet about it.
He has those really long fingers, Ralph finds.
Gosh. All right, and then if we make it to 15K, you're doing 4 bonus full color pages. Battle pages. So these are like fight scene, like action packed ones.
Yeah, that's detailing the battle of Lou and Baelor. So what happened? Lou was he was like Thor. He was like a warrior god. He was the son of Dagda, and he had a bow that he didn't miss with. And then Baelor had this huge eye that would destroy anything it looked upon. So Lou wound up shooting Baelor's eye out. The eye like fell on the ground, turned around backwards, and it destroyed himself and his entire army. So it was like a
oh jeez.
Yeah. So, but
that's an oversight and a power.
Yeah,
Right.
it is. Well, that's not in Evermatter now. That's from Celtic mythology, and that's exactly where Evermatter takes off. Is kind of from that story forward,
Okay.
because you see, Kira, because she lives forever, she saw that battle and she saw her world destroyed by Baelor and Lou as they battled. So
That's interesting.
I'm just saying, if I'm that god, I'm buying an eyelid for the eye. Just saying. Close sometimes.
you need an eyelid. You need an eyelid, and there's stories. It's really cool if you want to dive down that rabbit hole of if you look up Baelor and you dive down that rabbit hole, they got like stories of like the army like forcing his eyelids open so they could defeat other armies and stuff. It's really ancient mythology type stuff that you
That's so
get into.
funny. I was thinking about it, and I have delved into a whole lot of lore, but not much Celtic lore. Like, that's like the one area that I just really haven't looked into as much.
I found it, and I was like, I dove down that rabbit hole, and I was like, wow, there are some amazing stories in these traditions and these legends,
Yeah.
and it was just you don't never see it anywhere really mainstream though. So
No. That's the thing.
Yeah, everyone focuses on the Greek and to a lesser degree maybe the what you call it, the Viking, the Aesir.
German.
now
That too,
there was a comic called Slain. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it
I've
focused
heard of
on
it.
Celtic mythology.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah, like I was saying, like Scandinavian, Viking, Germanic, Greek.
All the go-tos.
Yeah, like
stuff.
those are kind of the standard, but Celtic is kind of ignored, which is interesting because in Celtic lore, that's where you have like the Fae, and you have like, oh gosh, what are they? The little like fairy hills or whatever where they live and all that kind of shit. And, like that's about as far as I've ever went into any of it.
Well, there's a lot. There's a Dagda. He has a staff or a club actually. When he swings it, it can destroy 7 men with one swing. But then if he turns it around and uses the handle, it'll bring life. So he can it's basically he can give and he can take away life. It's basically the message in the legends. So yeah, it's a lot of interesting stuff in there that needs to be explored. Really, I don't know why nobody has. I guess people have. It's just not very common.
Yeah, I think
Right.
it's just probably not as well known.
And if they want to veer off that path, people, if they want to go like not that Norse route or not that even that Greek route, you see them going the Egyptian route. So this is really nice to see.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. Let's go over your perks real quick so people know kind of how they can back you.
Okay.
All right, so your featured tier. Tell us about that one.
Okay. The feature tier, you get the the Evermatter full color comic. It's got the white cover. And let me tell you about the white cover just quickly. It got confusing on Wise Guy's channel, so try not to get too confusing with it. And tell me if it makes sense. Because all right, so when you back the campaign, you get the white cover.
Okay.
Which is the cover you see here. It's just got a white background. And
right.
So whenever the campaign's over, you're not going to be able to get this cover anymore. This is the only time. I'm not ever printing it again.
Okay.
So, an Indiegogo exclusive. Gotcha.
An Indiegogo exclusive. So when campaign 2 comes out and book 2 comes out, because this is a series, and I plainly say it's a series on the campaign. When book 2 comes out, you'll be able to get a copy of book 2 with a white cover. Not exactly the same cover, but it'll have a white background as well. But these campaigns are the only way you'll be able to get those white covers and collect the whole set. So, and I'm not going to cheat anybody. I'm not going to get to like the last book and say, okay, now it's not $15 anymore. It's $20 or whatever, and up the price on them or anything like that. But I just thought it'd be a unique way to get, because people know it's a series, it'd be a unique way to get people to back, the campaign instead of maybe waiting till the end.
Right. So when you reprint these, what are you doing for the back? So is it still going to be this cover, but the background color is going to be different?
That's right. It'll be like there's a moon scene with some. It's hard to explain Carlos's colors, but there's like if you go down, I'll show you kind of what it'll look like. He hasn't actually put the because we're not printing it yet. He hasn't. Put the up a little bit behind the lady with the cosplay lady.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, right there. So it'll kind of look like the stars and the moon in the background like that, with some colors. So, but that'll be printed when the second campaign comes out. It's not,
okay. Awesome.
When the second book comes out.
Sorry to interrupt. 1 second.
Okay.
Thank
Was
you
that confusing?
guys very much.
No, not at all. We just had Adam Lawson hop in the chat and give his endorsement for Shae's cosplay.
Thank you. Just put a little something together. You should have seen, because I have black face paint, right? But then I also have eyeliner, which is a much richer black. And the black face paint kind of comes out gray, so I was sitting here with eyeliner doing like one line at a time, coloring my whole face.
Yeah. It was quite an enjoyable thing to watch her do that for 25 minutes, filling in every little bit of her upper face.
It was a lot, and I don't have the sword because props are hard when I sit. So there are no props. Sorry.
Alex took your swords away.
I did.
Yeah, Alex took them away. I kept stabbing people, and there were complaints. Not allowed to have swords anymore.
That belt buckle, yeah, I took that away too.
It has sharp wings. Like,
it does.
She's just ready. Like she's a raven. You see the feathers? Oh, she's just ready to go. Okay. Sorry. Get super distracted on our show. So back to the collector's bundle. So this is the only place that you can get the white cover.
Okay, yeah. This campaign is the only place you can get the white cover. And then you get, I stole this idea from Clint Stoker, but you can get the artist copy of the book, which is just the inks. No lettering, no anything, just the inks. Mm-hmm. And then you can get the 11x17 print of Gary, which is the alien. And then you can get your name in the book, and you get your books shipped first on the collector's bundle.
Awesome. That is super awesome. So if you want to get this first before everybody else, this is the tier for you to get. Plus you get everything. You get all the cool stuff. All right, and you don't have patches, do you?
No, I don't have patches.
Jerry.
I know, but
you know this channel.
I know, but this is my first campaign. I want to make sure that everything goes like smooth as silk. I don't want anybody calling me and say, "Hey, the patches are going to be another month before you can get them." I'm like, and not. So I've tried to.
Okay, fine. Well, look, when you break 5 figures, can we revisit?
Yeah, we will. We can.
Okay.
Okay.
When you get
Okay.
over 10,000, then we'll talk and we'll see if maybe you talk to Tony and get us some really cool patches.
Okay. Okay.
saying.
Everyone
That-
check your bingo.
That is a deal. That is a deal.
Everyone check your bingo cards. Look, it has to happen. You know it's gonna happen. Oh gosh. I need to find a way to get printful. So we did bingo cards. Frog G made bingo cards of shit that we say every single time, and then he put it in a randomizer. And so every show, everyone downloads a bingo card, and we see if anyone gets bingo. And I put it on a T-shirt, and I was like, I need to find a way to do a bunch of them on T-shirts, and then people can just dab the T-shirts and play along, and then wash it. Anyway, oh my goodness. Okay, so for $10, we are getting just the PDF.
Just the PDF, and I also am going to include the high-res file for the Gary print in case, because some of the foreign backers may want to, print that themselves, or, I thought it'd be a little
Or take it
extra.
to a print shop and have it printed for themselves so they can stick it on their wall.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's awesome. That's very cool. And then we have $15 is like entry level to get the physical copy, right?
Entry level, get the physical copy.
Okay. Awesome. Are you doing, if people buy the physical, are they getting the PDF for free, or are you not? Are you doing that, just keeping them separate?
Well,
or are you still deciding?
I haven't decided, really. I thought that if you bought the physical, that I didn't realize people would want the PDF, so I didn't add it. I didn't realize people would want the PDF and maybe the physical, so it would.
I can give you the thought process for somebody like me. I prefer reading things physically. I like holding it. I like feeling the paper. I like seeing it in front of me. I think that it's really, it just resonates better with me.
That's
but
me,
I'm also
100%.
Military. I travel all the time. So when I'm being sent somewhere TDY for like 5 weeks, and I'm going to be stuck in like a dorm room with nothing to do for half of my day, I don't want to pack 30 comics in hopes that I don't damage them. So I'll pack a reader and have all of my comics loaded on it. So I could see it both ways.
Yeah, I could add. There's no reason that I couldn't add the PDF to the $15 perk. I don't see why I couldn't.
Entirely up to you. Something to think about. Something to know.
Yeah, that's
I know
a good point.
I personally like it, especially because then it's like I know I can get the physical, but I still get to read digital if that ends up being easier for me at the time.
Yeah, I can definitely add that to the tiers. I don't see why it couldn't be added to all the tiers, because I mean it's yeah.
Personally, I think it would be great. So we're not promising anything, but it's probably gonna happen. Yeah.
I handle the chat, asshole. Look at the last two chats.
I am allowed to chat.
No, you're not.
This is our channel, you bitch.
So, Jerry, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm great.
Thank you for coming on my show. I really appreciate it. Let's continue with.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my show, that shit ain't flying. My show, fucking bitch. Oh, okay. Are we good now? Can you behave yourself, Sai?
Maybe.
I'm trying to run a show here. Thank you very much. All right, Gary.
What? We can't hear you. What happened?
That has not happened in a very long time, you bitch. For $25, Jerry, why don't you tell us what you can get for that?
Okay, you get the physical comic, and as soon as it's added, a PDF, and the Gary print.
That's awesome.
Wow.
11 by 17.
Nice. Okay.
Wow, that is a nice price for the book and the print. That's really awesome.
And
then I was gonna say though, if you
And the PDF. Okay.
$15 more, you can get the artist edition, your name in the book, and it ships early. Just saying.
Yeah,
Just
that's the tier to get.
Yeah, $20
really
more.
is.
I'm sorry.
It's almost like a featured somehow.
Yeah, it's almost like the preferred tier that everyone should go
No,
for.
Maybe we should list that first.
That should be the first thing that we talk about. Oh,
Sorry.
Jerry. Thank you for putting up with us.
Oh, it's fine. It's
right.
almost like it should have a big header that says featured.
Yeah, I know. Like a red banner on it, or
I don't know why it just there's just this little pink thing, and that's almost illegible. Ridiculous. Eddie Winkler, thank you for the $5, hon. He says, hey everyone, just backed this. Meant to back this Monday. Good luck with the campaign. Nice cause, Shae. Thank you very much, Eddie. You are awesome.
Thank you, Eddie.
For backing. I want to see this go past 300.
I want to go past
375.
Wow.
Woo!
Well, thank you very much.
That is a good jump. So you had Eddie
Warren.
Winkler backed it. You also had Warren. Warren backed it.
Thank you, Warren.
He said Frog G talked him into it.
So no pressure.
All right, so we had one more tier down here that we hadn't looked at yet. So you have the book and the artist edition, so 15 each. And go ahead.
Well, you have to print too, of course, but you have the full color comic, and you have the just the inks, the artist edition, no lettering, no anything, just following the action through the inks.
I think that's really interesting. I like the idea of having basically just this is what the artist did. This is pure and bare and in its most like naked form, I guess. But
yeah, it's before the colors, before the lettering, the bubbles. You don't. So like if you read a comic and you're like, wow, which I got a good letter. I got Eric Weathers doing the lettering, so you're not gonna have that problem in Evermatter. But you know how sometimes you get a comic and like the speech bubble is like right on like a character's face or right on the action or whatever. you can actually see the art without the speech bubbles and everything, and it's just it's something different.
Well, it's also really good if you are an aspiring artist, if you're trying to learn how to piece things together, because a lot of the time when you see line art that has color on top of it, it can be difficult to kind of pick it apart because you're looking at, I know for me, I look at a full picture and I'm like, oh, my stuff sucks. And then I watch like speed videos of people doing it and I'm like, oh, I stopped 5 steps too early. That's why it sucks. Like I stopped heavy into the work in progress and went, well, I'm comparing it to this masterpiece and it's garbage, so I'm just gonna throw it away.
It's the same thing with pencils. You do your pencils and you're like, wow, they don't look that great. Then you do the ink and it gets a little bit better, and then you put the colors on it, it gets a little bit better.
Everything just kind of elevates.
Not for me though. I'm not a great artist, but for an actual artist that does those things.
Well, it's good to know what your strengths are. Like for my horror anthology, I'm not doing any of the heavy lifting as far as the pictures go, because you guys are paying for quality. So we're not going to do that to anybody.
I mean, you could have horror hand turkeys. That would be awesome.
I think that maybe we do those as like postcard stretch goals.
Stretch goal prints.
Horror themed hand turkeys or something. I don't know. I don't see a huge demand for it, but then y'all keep demanding it, so I don't really know anymore. You guys are weird.
I think people like to get those little handmade kind of just, or
just
hand
the little touches
from the creators. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I can put my hand down and trace it and then put like a Jason mask on it and print that up for everybody. I don't know how popular it'll be, but we could try.
And then you can put some Freddy claws on the fingers, and you have a Jason versus Freddy.
Nice. I need to see that now.
Oh my gosh, that's another one. You know what? I haven't done a hand turkey in so long. I should probably get back on that. I have a lot of people asking for them.
You have so many artistic projects, that you're working your way through between writing and, cosplays and all this other stuff that you're doing on the side.
Cosplays. Wait, I'm debating. Should we have a slight preview as to what's happening tomorrow, cosplay wise? Because I just finished it today.
Well, first of all, let's mention the fact that your first writing gig just got published today.
Yay!
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you
Thank
read
you,
it?
Joe. Thank you.
Joe Catapano, thank you so much for the $2. He says, backed it as well. Cheers. That means I get to see the number jump again. It's my favorite part.
Mine too.
I bet you're like, come on. 455!
Wow, thank you, Joe. Thank you.
What? Loving it. I want to see this. I want to see this break 1,000. That's a hefty goal. I understand that audience, but I'm just saying.
That would be amazing to get over 1,000.
I would be happy for him to have over 1,000 on this show because y'all are fucking amazing, and we know the Valkyrie flight because the Valkyrie audience is like no other. So definitely, if you haven't backed this, if you're on the fence, please go back it. Please go back it now. Ryan Wynn, I also see that you said that you backed it. Thank you very much, sir. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. Okay, so... Oh, and thank you, Ryan. Congrats, Shae got the issue today. I hope that you guys, if you got it, I hope that you read it and you liked it. And even if you didn't like it, I love to hear the feedback. So let me know.
Yeah, please let Shae know. There's a huge, a hugely circulating thread that I did for her story coming out today. I mean, this tweet is going everywhere. It's crazy. But yeah, put it on there. DM Shae. Her DMs are open. Whatever. Just let her know how she did.
Yeah, let me know that it sucks so I can go cry and finish the cheesecake. It's fine. I also
she has 3 more quarters of cheesecake.
I have a 5-pack here. I can, drown my sorrows. It'll be fine.
Oh, instead of a 6-pack?
Yeah, I drank one.
Anything coming from Writing Pros has got to be great.
Oh, thank you so much, Jerry. You're so sweet. So you said that this is something that... So the first one is 32-page full color. You said that this is a series.
That's right.
How many?
Okay, so far I've got book 1 is while we're on the subject, book 1 is complete. The art is complete, cover's complete. The files are sent off to Eric Weathers, and he's doing the lettering. So all of that's in process. And then, but book 2, I've got the when I write these books, I write full script. I know the artist may think that it sucks because he's got 35 pages or more to go through, but I write full scripts. I got book 2 wrote. I've got more than an outline on book 3, 4, and 5. So
that is phenomenal.
And then I have all the background lore. That I've got politics in the galaxy, and I mean it's not in the book, but I've got all of that background lore and everything.
Do you know what that's good for though, Jerry? Like honestly, when you get to, book 5 or whatever, and you want to do like a collected edition, you offer a compendium alongside it, and you put all of that. You put all of your sketches, your original ideas, the progress on what went from this character, what they ended up as, all of the backstabbingness, all of the just everything. Just put everything in a book and have that be like an add-on that goes with it. And then if you can, you put it all in like a nice sleeve.
Yeah, I need to put it in something. I need to put it in something because it looks like a monster compendium from Dungeons and Dragons. It's like this thick and it's got everything in there.
Perfect. That is awesome. Sorry, I just read what Chrissy said. He said, "Cry into or celebrate with. Cheesecake happens anyway." That's true. It's like Chris knows me. Chris is like, "You're eating cheesecake tonight, one way or another." I am. But yeah. So is it 5 total that you're looking to do, or you?
That's what I'm. You know what I've done is because I've funded the first book myself. The money that I have left over from shipping and printing on this book and printing the extras is going to pay for the art for the second book, because I don't want to be that guy that's like, I don't want people to wait, because it is a series. I want to be a book ahead so that, I can turn the turnarounds quick, but I have to have the funding, to do that, because
absolutely
it really does. If I know there's a lot of comic guys and gals in the chat, but if you don't know, if you're not somebody that just follows all the time, it costs money to make a comic, and
yes, it
does. Artists are not cheap, so
no, they're not.
So I really need help. I really need help to get the series going, and once I get that book ahead, I think that I'll be okay. And if I get to book 5, I mean, I've got plenty of material, but I've got 5 books in the works, or
that is awesome. And Jerry, I gotta say, for a first time creator, I love the fact that you're always in Writing Pros, you're hanging out in our chats, you pay attention to our channel, because I really do think that when we talk to a lot of these creators, we have a lot of good advice and perspectives from a lot of different people. But the fact that you took that and went, okay, I'm gonna think about what I would want out of a campaign. I would want to back a campaign from a new creator if stuff was done, if stuff was solid, if I was confident that I was definitely going to get this book, then giving a little bit of money towards it isn't as scary as this is a new creator who's 10% done of the first book.
Okay, so I had old man when I bought I used to have a graphic design business, a sign shop. And the old man told me I wanted to borrow some money from the bank, and he told me, he said, well, how much of a down payment are you going to put down? And I said, well, I really ain't got a down payment. He said, why would I loan you money if you don't have skin in the game? So I want people to know that I've got skin in the game, because, I've funded the first book. So, I just need help keeping the series going, because it's hard to fund more than one yourself. It's just. It
is. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I started asking for quotes from artists, and I was like, fair quotes. I don't have that.
That's exactly
gonna figure out how I'm gonna pay for this.
Yeah, that's exactly what But I talked to my wife, and I'm like, I've wrote a bunch of stories and just kind of shelved them. Yeah. Because I felt like but this is the one. You have that one story that it's worth it. Yeah. And this is the one for me.
Well, hopefully this ends up being a nice big success, and then we can kind of get a glimpse into those other stories that you have, because I have a feeling Jerry is not a one story, one universe kind of man. I feel like you probably got a whole lot that you can tell.
I've got another one. I've got another one that I want to do, but I want to get this done first. I don't want to, but there's another one. It's like brewing in the background, and it's like just trying to bust to get out. But I'm like, I've got it.
Like,
it's there.
No. Yeah. We gotta finish.
Yeah, gotta finish. You just wait. But yeah, it's gonna be a one time. It's gonna be a one shot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I am favoring, simply because the pressure of having a series, like, you're starting with what is one of my biggest fears, is you're starting with an entire world and characters, and then you're going to tell a story over a series of books. And I'm like, man, if I did that, what would happen if I go to tell the story and nobody likes the first book? And I'm like, but by book 3 it's great, I swear. Like, I just need trust for 3 issues.
Okay, let's keep the confidence up. Keep the confidence up.
No, you're good. No. That's what I'm saying. Is that you're over here, and you've got, like, you have 2 books already written. You've got outlines for the next, 3 after that, and you've already got guys working on all of this. You already have a completed book. You're just waiting on letters. Yeah. Like, you've done it. You did the scary part. You wrote it. I can't even get to the writing part. I'm like, I'll write a 7-page short story. That's what I'll write.
You just have to sit down and do it when you're in your motel room or whatever. That's I travel a lot.
Yeah.
You just have to sit down and do it, and then once you start, it just flows. Once you get in that mood,
in that kind of mindset.
Yeah, that mindset.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you are braver than I am currently, and I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. Because, like I said, I don't know anything about Celtic lore. Like, I know next to nothing. So having something that's like, this is like, crazy Celtic lore, with a spin of modernism and Jerry's own flair in it. Like, that makes me so excited. And this cover that you have here is probably one of the most intriguing covers that I've seen in a while, because you got a girl who looks like she's just fucking sick of everybody's shit. Like, she's done with everyone.
Yeah, she is. She's
just like, what the fuck is even, I don't even know. Like, I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of everything. Just fuck y'all. You know, you got the guy in the background who is grizzled and really just seems like he's kind of enjoying this at this point. Like, he's settled into happiness with it.
Well, he has, but Bon Quorum now, he's not out of the woods either, because what happened was, because he's the one that actually put into place this catalyst that started this whole the resurgence of the Fomorians. So there's a catalyst coming, and he's the reason. And so him and Kira are forced to work together. Kira don't really like Bon Quorum because she don't trust him. She don't even care to be around him. And they have. I posted today on Twitter. You know, you got the two characters and they're staring at each other. They got that. And so it's just but they're forced to work together, and they're forced to learn to work together, and it's just a conflict in the book. So I won't go into too many details, but
well, you know,
no spoilers.
No spoilers. That one piece that you showed where they're kind of having that stare down.
Yeah.
That if you ever decide that you needed something for a bookmark, that is such a cool idea, because they just look so like, I hate your guts. Like, both of them are just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Just, like, really unhappy with one another. And I think that if you had that on one side, and then on the other side you had whatever else you wanted, whether it was just your logo or something else, that would be a really neat bookmark.
That would be a cool bookmark. I hadn't even thought about it. That's amazing.
This is why you come to Red Valkyrie. We have the ideas.
Eric's talking about Slain in the chat. Yeah, Slain is a great comic. I haven't been able to read the whole series, though. I've only read a couple of issues. I can't find them. I guess you can find them online. Maybe I hadn't tried really.
Yeah, I've noticed with a lot of those kinds of books and stuff that they can be really difficult to find once you get past a certain point. Like, it's like everybody got the first like 3 to 5 issues in the stores, and then they were just like,
Yeah.
And it just kind of like, we can't move it, so we're not going to keep buying it. And so it just kind of dies off, and you're like, wait, but I've read up to 7, and now we can't find 8 anywhere.
Yeah, you're the only person. You're calling the company or the artist or the writer, and you're like, hey, where can you find 8?
And you're like, hey, Diamond, can I just order it from you? Just one copy. I just want one. And see, just like what Warren's over here saying, Warren says that he really likes the colors in the book. I definitely think that your colorist is doing some pretty awesome heavy lifting here, because it's all dynamic poses and everything is really action packed and really interesting. But then on top of that, he's doing these super saturated colors to like this feels crazy intense. This feels like an intense amount of bloodshed.
Yeah. And it's that picture, for some reason, I think it's Indiegogo, because I keep uploading, like, I've even tried uploading like the high res photo to Indiegogo, and it keeps pixelating, kind of like, if you can see it just a little bit, it's pixelated, but it's not, the file's not like that. So
right.
But I mean, that's just, I guess I'm picky, but
it could be your resolution. So Indiegogo is really, really picky about the resolution, like maximum resolution, maximum file size that you can upload, and it either won't upload or it'll upload unpixelated, and so you kind of have to play with it a little bit to find the right flavor. And then there's some of them that if you just have hyper saturation, sometimes it's really hard to not have that pixelate on Indiegogo.
I think that's what it is, because all the other images, they're exactly the same. It should have went, but yeah, that's a lot of bloodshed, because that's Gary the alien. He loves to shoot and blow up, and he's kind of like his people are like they're based on the gray alien. They're infatuated with humans. So he's very but he fancies himself Maverick from like Top Gun, because he's the best. He's the best.
Is that why he's got the jacket?
Yeah, the jacket, and the if you notice, he's got the sticker, and he's very he's happiest when he's destroying stuff. So he's
He seems it because he's like super happy right here, and then if we look at the cover, he's like, "Yeah, let's do this shit."
Yeah, that's him.
Gatling gun.
That's him. He's so quick-witted too. So that's my buddy right there. Is Gary. He's so quick-witted. And he's just ready to rumble all the time, and yeah.
That's awesome. And look at him. Oh my gosh, he really does think he's Maverick. He's got the glasses and everything. Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
And you got the little guy there filming him like, oh my God, there's an alien. So that's a great print.
Oh my goodness. So we do have a question from the audience. A couple of them actually. So Frog, we'll do yours. We'll do your crazy one first. What's the best pizza topping and why is it pepperoni?
It is pepperoni, and that's exactly what I get, cheese and pepperoni every time from Domino's with the butter dipping sauce.
My favorite is Frog's asked this a couple of times. I don't think anyone has given him the reason why it's the best. It just is.
It just is.
You know, crispy, salty pork product. I mean, how can you go wrong?
That's
and then you dip it in pure butter with pure cholesterol, and it just tastes great.
Oh, I had pizza tonight too. Y'all are making me hungrier. All right, Eric McIntyre. Eric McIntyre wants to know how much into Celtic lore does this dive into? Is it a futuristic take on it?
Okay, Eric. Where Evermatter takes off is if you know about anything about Celtic lore, you know that Lugh and Baelor had a battle. Well, it takes off after that battle, and it's kind of a retelling of some of the gods. They have a different role because they're actually they rule the galaxy at this point, and they have vines that rule under them. They are selected to represent each world, so it's kind of like a Jedi council kind of thing. And then, but those every century or so, they have a meeting of binds, and they talk about intergalactic politics and things like that. But the Dagda is in there. If you notice in the trailer, she said the spirit of Eru lives within me. So if you want to get a couple, no, not I haven't put anything in there. I do have I have Eru, Dagda at this point, Lugh. There is I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry, it slips my mind, but he's the basically the god of nature, and that may be who you're talking. I think that's who you're talking about, but I'm not sure. I'd have to. I'm not a scholar. Okay. I'm a writer, so I'd have to look back. I'm not sure.
Jerry doesn't have his notes on him, so
I'll just.
Everybody has a research book, and that's what keeps your shit straight in your story. And Jerry's is in the other room because we're streaming right now. He's not writing. Warren wants to know, what's your Jerry to the medium?
What's your Jerry to the... because so Evermatter started out as I started to write a novel.
Okay.
And then, but I couldn't get the. I'm more of a visual person, and I couldn't get the images that. I didn't feel like I could get the images that I had in my head in words so that people could understand what I was saying, basically. So I decided to go the comic route, because that way you have the images and you have the words, and it's just that's what drew me to it. Basically, of course, I've been reading comic books, for some time, and comic movies, and I'm more of a 80s kind of movie guy, but it's a powerful medium. It's actually, in my opinion, it's the best medium, because
I agree. I was saying this on Writing Pros the other day, because I love how you have a little bit more freedom than you do, like, as the consumer, as the audience member. You have more freedom than you do when you watch a movie, because watching a movie is everything is fed to you exactly as it is, and you can't really go beyond those bounds as well. And it's a little bit more formatted and kind of helps with the thought process and everything than novels do, because novels are... You have to pretty much use your brain. If you don't, then doesn't.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here and my brain will not engage. So.
we have a specific, I very much want Kira because the whole, a whole big part of the book is that she's got this Irish accent, and so I really had a certain look I wanted for her. I had a certain look I wanted for Gary, and Carlos, of course, he fleshed all that out, but he really, I told him some things. I told him, look, I'm into Star Wars and I'm into like this Celtic mythology, and I can show you I think I can show you a page.
Yeah,
if you let me. Yeah, it was just an Easter egg that it took me a minute to pull it up.
No problem. I was also gonna say, so Max said, Shae cosplayed the character that I want to paint. I agree. I love the way that she looks because she just looks so menacing, and I always end up going for like the mean, dark, like villain type characters and stuff. And I don't know if she's a villain, but she definitely looks scary as fuck. So I like.
Yeah,
her.
I think it's fairly obvious that she's a villain, but she's a great character.
She's the hero.
Yeah,
she could be the hero. We don't know.
She could be. She could find redemption or something.
She's the hero we need.
Right.
I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right.
Those abs, though. That's what gets me.
When you were dressing up as, I'm like, oh yeah.
I don't have those abs though.
I saw you standing up before the stream. I saw you leaning over before the stream. I saw you bending over before the stream. It was all good.
Don't be dirty. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So if you notice, I told Carlos I was into Star Wars, and it was Celtic mythology. So you notice here in the engine compartment that he wanted to like portray that right away, and he in the engine compartment of the ship, and in the and these little necklaces on the I'm pointing at them like you can see what I'm pointing at on these little necklaces, that the statues are wearing, and also the two moons or the two suns.
Look at that.
It's just a little Easter egg dropped in there. So
that's awesome. I really love the way that you have like the afterburners and stuff too, where it makes that cool because that's it looks super Celtic. It's the I forgot the name of it. It starts with a T. The Triskelion. Triskelion. Yeah. Thank you, Frankie. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is why I love our audience, because I don't know a whole lot of shit, but our audience does, and they'll tell me.
They'll keep you straight. But I thought this is the first page of the book, and it's like the opening of the story, and it's got the two suns, just like Star Wars, and it just it's a little homage.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's awesome.
So our audience is apparently really into the Celtic mythology, so get all on it.
Right? Yeah. Goodness. Like Eric McIntyre has it tattooed on him. Frog G knows all about it.
Yeah.
Silver and Slipstick are going back and forth between the her O or her Owen. You guys are she-ros. You guys are killing me. Oh, negative. All of this is so sad. Shae Rose. Oh, Silver. No, I love that piece. And like I said, I love how he's kind of going for these like bright acidy colors, because it's not something that you would expect to see in like a retelling of a Celtic kind of lore story. You wouldn't expect it to be super bright kind of 80s colors.
It's very Clone Wars, Samurai Jack, Travasky kind of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I love it. I think that the art style is really, really awesome. I think that the way that you're doing, the way that you're kind of doing the storytelling and the artists that you found to, bring that to life, and then the colors that you found, it's like a perfect marriage of everything. It seems like a very striking book, and I'm very interested to see this one and the next at least 5 issues. I really want to see you get to that point.
Yeah. I do too. I hope that we can get it funded, and if I see that it's Carlos is sitting on go. I tried to get him on the stream, everybody, but it was 2:00 a.m. in Spain. He was like, "I'm in bed." I was like, "Wake up!"
Come on, Carlos.
But he didn't want to. So
you'll just send him pictures and be like, "This is what you missed."
Yeah, I'll send him. I'll say they're only used for promotional purposes.
The disclaimer: they're used for promotional purposes. Carlos. Oh my goodness.
He'll be like, "Man, I got a divorce. My wife opened my email."
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. So you are sitting at 490 now. Look at that.
Oh wow.
That's
Thank
fantastic.
you guys, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so what is that? A couple $100?
It's almost 10%. Almost 10%. Right at 9%.
So close to 10%. Come on, 10%.
Someone buy a PDF.
Yeah, come on. Come on, guys. So you have 26 days left. This is your first 30, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
You launched 4 days ago. That's not super long. So yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's 4 days.
Did you do a soft launch, Jerry?
I did do a soft launch. And I shouldn't have. I did it with and then Sunday I went on the Skits channel, but I shouldn't have. I did. I done went through.
Jerry, do you watch our show?
Yes, I did.
He does. He watches it for everything else, and he was like, "Soft launch, it'll be fine."
Never go soft.
Always just go with it.
Always go for the hard launch.
I'm making a new T-shirt. The new T-shirt's gonna say "Never go soft," and it'll
always
like
hard launch for #market penetration.
Oh my gosh.
It'll sell.
Oh, you always
if my mug will sell, that shirt will sell.
It will sell, I guarantee you.
So Silver says, Christopher C says, pushing rope. And Silver says he apologizes for overspending over the weekend. He was talking about payday, so I have a feeling when payday rolls around, this is gonna jump a bit, but I'd like to see it jump before then. That'd be great. Sai, did you have any other questions for the fantastic Jerry?
What other awesomely amazing characters do we have for Shae to cosplay as when we have you on right before you close?
Well, you have Kira, and you have...
Yeah, I could do the main character.
Esme's a little young. You have Esme's mom, which is just a background character, but it's mainly the story. Oh, you could do, if you wanted to do like
Refresh.
I just said
if you
500.
If you wanted, you could do Dagda if you wanted to. That guy
I
right
could.
there.
I could. That would
good. If you wanted
be a
to.
challenge. We'll see how ambitious I'm feeling, Jerry.
Right.
I will say congratulations. You are now at least at 10%.
Yes, 10%.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Love it. And that is because we have some of the most amazing people that hang out in our audience. We love you guys so much. Thank you for all that you guys do and how much you support Frog G. I see you need to hop off to work. I hope that it doesn't suck for you, hon. Have a great night.
Yeah, have a great night, Frog G. Thanks for coming and dropping all the links, buddy.
Yeah, I love it. Frog G comes. Frog G comes and he just shows up in the chat and he is like, "Here's a link. Here's a link." Somebody new comes in and he's like, "Hey guys," and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Here's a link to that guy's campaign."
Oh, Star Circuit sign up. Here you go.
Constant.
He has supported me on every stream. Every stream I've been on, Frog G has been there, and he's been pumping out the link, and he's just supported me on Twitter and everywhere. So he's a great guy.
We've talked about, because we have our member circle and people that are part of the channel, so if you're interested in being part of the channel, you can go and join. We'll add you into our member circle. But we sit around and we talk about campaigns for probably at least half the day. The other half of the day is just random bullshit, but for at least half of the day we're talking about other people's campaigns. And the amount of times Evermatter has been brought up and everyone's been like, "Oh man, that needs to get higher. Why isn't that over $1,000 by now? Like Jerry deserves it," and everybody is just super pulling for you. So hopefully we can throw this out into more places and get you more funding, because you absolutely deserve it.
Adam Post is supposed to have me on at some point, and Red Gaze is supposed to have me on Friday. So
good.
Hopefully those shows can.
Hopefully
can
between all of this, we could get you pushed up past that that benchmark of over 1,000. I want to see you get funded. So this is thank you, Silver.
I want to see that become a reality because holy shit, we'll just be hand over fist.
A goth Instagram model. I don't think that anyone's paying attention to my Insta like that, to be honest.
Excuse me.
You don't pay attention to my Insta? You don't got an Insta?
Sponsorship. I'm gonna have an Insta. We'll do it together. Send me my wigs, asshole.
Are you done?
No. Yes.
Okay. So you're in your first 26 days. Plans to extend?
I hope to hit 50% at least before I extend.
If you don't hit 50%, I'm gonna rage.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna just scream.
Yeah, I think it's a great looking campaign. It's great looking art. I mean,
I agree.
The book is basically finished. I don't know why it wouldn't. I don't know why it wouldn't fund.
Right.
So,
I wholeheartedly agree. I think that you shouldn't have any problem funding this. I just think that soft launches kill. Because it's a couple of wasted days there, and I think that we just really need to get this out in front of more people. I'm happy
your 10
to hear
best
you're going.
days on a campaign are your starting 5 and your ending 5. I mean, just in terms of profitability. So
yeah, exactly. And I think that you have a product that speaks for itself. So it's just really for you. It's going to be a matter of getting on those shows. So I'm happy to hear that you already have Red Gaze booked. That you're going to be going on Adam Post show. Try to see if you can get on Peter Cimetti Monday nights, open mic night. That would be a phenomenal place for you, and I really think that audience would respond positively to this. Thanks, G Stu. I'll promote my Insta when there's more than like 5 pictures on it.
Dog.
No, it's all cosplay related, but
okay.
Anyway.
Jesus, Silver.
So is there anything else that you want to kind of let us know about, Jerry, before we wrap up?
I think we've touched on everything. The art's completely finished. It's full color. You get the black and white artist edition with the if you buy the feature tier, you get the black and white the ink artist edition. You get the full color comic. You get the print. You get your book shipped first, and you get your name in the book. And then, like I said, the art's completely finished, waiting on lettering. And just back it, promote it. Promotion, because I did do a soft launch, any kind of promotion, any kind of sharing on Twitter is the main place that I'm at Jerry Unbound. If you share on Twitter, that would help tremendously so that some of these bigger names, these bigger name streams that you can't message directly, they might get a whiff of it and decide that they want to have me on their show.
You can say snobby.
It's all right. Well, we'll do what we can to try and help get you out there more, Jerry, for sure, because Evermatter, you've been teasing this forever. And like for the longest time, the only thing that I remember is you having your little alien guy as your icon. And every time I saw him, I was like, he just looks like he's so happy. And now I know why. It's because he was killing shit. So he's sadistic and crazy, and he's my kind of alien.
Yeah, he's a very, I guess the closest thing that I can think of is maybe Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, okay. As far as character-wise, he's witty. He likes killing stuff. So, yeah, he's a sadistic.
Yeah, he seems like super insane, crazy, sadistic asshole, and I think that I really like him.
That has a Tom Cruise fetish.
And I love that he thinks that he's Maverick. That's probably my favorite part of this whole thing, is that he's over here putting on the shades and he's like, yeah. And it's like, you're not Maverick though. But yeah, I definitely think that we will do what we can to try and get you on whatever streams and give you some suggestions and everything. But you have, thank you, Dan. You have a phenomenal. Obviously, your character design is bomb because everybody's like digging this, and this is your design. So I'm just saying, you got a good character.
She's a great character.
She's evil as shit, and I love her because she's like super gothy, and I love how she steps in that one panel, and I swear she's just like, oh, this fucking little girl over here, just go away and I'll handle this shit kind of thing.
Yeah, wait till you find out who she is.
Oh.
You go when you read the end of it. When you read the end, it's just gonna blow your mind. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Shae. But I don't know though. You said you didn't like you said you like cliffhangers, but you said you like the completed story, is what you told me. But there's it's a story, but there's a cliffhanger at the end. So
it's okay. It's okay. Like it's when I get into the story and everything halts. That's when I really hate it. If you give me a good amount of the story and then you're like, but there's more right at the end, and you're like, oh, but wait, what was that? Like that, I'm okay with. That's all right. So I'm really excited to read this. Jerry, thank you so much for coming on. You have been a phenomenal guest as always, and
thank you.
And I love this book.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the high praise. And thank everyone for backing. Thank you so much for getting it past $2.95. It's been at $2.95 for like 3 days, and I was worried. So thank you guys in chat. Thank you guys that backed. Appreciate it.
Yes, and we're going to keep pushing this for sure. We're going to I want to have you back on before you close. Okay. So we'll talk. Yeah, we'll get you back on.
I'll be writing prose, so we'll work it out.
What? I know how to find you, Jerry. I'm not afraid to just be like, yo, Jerry, respond to this DM right now.
I got you.
Alex, thank you for all that you do, as always.
Absolutely, including throwing you up on the screen as much as possible. And I did say, could you look over to your makeup table and perhaps reach your left arm in that direction, please?
Oh,
straps.
Can't reach. Okay.
Just say.
Are you happy now?
Ecstatic.
Good. I'm glad that you're happy. Take me off the fucking screen.
No.
I'm not ending the show like this.
You know, there is a super chat button, guys. Just saying.
There is, but it didn't happen, so it's fine. Thank you guys so much in the chat for hanging out with us. You are amazing as always, and everyone who backed, please, please, please share this campaign out to the winds, and let's help a poor Jerry who had a soft launch. Sad face. Yes. Let's help him have a hard finish. I didn't know where to go with that. So,
right, that was definitely the direction. And the chat appreciates me for helping them fulfill dreams.
Max says you fulfill wishes. Awesome. And a happy ending. Yes, past Master Dan. Let's give Jerry that happy ending.
I don't know if Jerry wants to receive the happy ending so much as get one for
You get one from Dan is what I
end the show.
From that comment.
Just end the show. We're so bad.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we will catch you all next time. Our next show is actually tomorrow, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.